Can she escape this responsibility as this Chief Minister? The violence took place under her watch.
Not at all. She cannot. The onus of responsibility lies completely on Mamata Banerjee, the Honourable Chief Minister of West Bengal. She is the police minister. She is the one who looks after law and order. She is the one that the police chief reports to. She is very quick to blame BJP for everything. Now, please, and it's a question to Mamata Banerjee, that are you a nationalist, or do you just want to be leader of a state and enjoy the power and the privilege that comes with being the chief minister? Mamata Banerjee will not talk about, she doesn't have a good word for our army, for our BSF, for the allied forces, etc. She doesn't ask, or she's not been asked as to, as an experienced politician, if you have anything against the bill. You know there's a legal recourse, which is happening now. So she can always address the people and say to them, well, I don't agree with the amendment, as don't you. So let's take it to court and let's see what happens. When she knows that Bengal has historically had issues with Hindu-Muslim riots, she must know that on one hand, she talks about a society that is blended, a society that is together, where there is no difference. And on the other hand, she is really the doyen of divisive politics. If anyone has watched her on television, you will see what she does. She takes on a Muslim sort of appearance and image to address the Muslims. Why does she have to do that? I'm a proud Bengali Hindu, and I wear my bindi with great pride, and I'm secular. I love all the people, and if I'm not privileged enough to be the Chief Minister of West Bengal, but if I were to be in that position, to me, any death in Bengal was a death too many, a death too bad. Whether it's 2 or 3 Hindus or a 17-year-old Muslim boy who dies in crossfire, to me, I am responsible because I didn't stop it when I could have emphasized what was about to happen. And when I know the reaction, when I know that Bengalis are emotional, they are reactive, they can be spurred in a moment. So I would say that Mamata Banerjee must take full and complete responsibility of what has occurred. And this is not going to be the end. Because as we go towards the elections, the assembly elections,
I think everything is boiling down towards the election. I think everything is boiling down towards the election.
Which is so sad.
Which is fact of the matter. You know, whether it's Tamil Nadu or West Bengal, you know, the drum beats are on. Madam Shikha Mukherjee, can she really escape the consequence of the Murshidabad violence? Saying that the people outside the state came, fomented violence and then disappeared into thin air. I mean, there are theories of huge intelligence labs. If there was an intelligence labs at the level of the Home Ministry, then obviously state also has an intelligence department, local intelligence department, which is called LIU or State Intelligence Bureau, subsidiary bureaus. And now the theories are out that these names and passwords and the code words are out. I'll play those graphics the right, you know. This is something which is doing the round. She can't just wash away her hands, madam. Can she?
No. Because if there is a law and order situation, if there is violence, then yes, it is the state police which steps in, and the responsibility has to be hers. It's not that I don't think that she's actually denying responsibility for the violence. What she is saying is the violence was instigated from the outside. And that, as you correctly pointed out, that is a very sensitive border area. So there are loads of intelligence, there's a lot of intelligence feed available from there. So somewhere there has been, as usual, a failure to sort of use the intelligence that is being fed into the system to make sense of what is happening on the ground or to anticipate what is likely. The second thing, and if I really don't want to do this to Mr. Sood, but I have to tell him that I've visited the border areas for years, and the BSF is not very efficient.
Mr. Sood, would you like to? I think Mr. Sood should be given a chance to respond to this, madam.
Yeah, let me also say that the BSF is not very efficient. There is a huge trade which happens all along the border through specific points, and the BSF knows it. We know it. I've actually watched it happen in person, and therefore I think the less said about it, about the BSF's sort of impenetrable watch over the border, that does make sense.
Okay, Mr.
And
Sood.
the third thing I would like to say is that there was an anticipation in Bengal, in other parts of the country, as soon as the Waqf bill was stable, that there would be protests and there would be problems.
Okay.
Therefore, what there has been protests, there have been problems in West Bengal, in Murshidabad specifically, and in Bhangur. It escalated. It didn't escalate in other places. If we are talking about polarization, and this is part of the trope or the narrative that has been constructed for the forthcoming state assembly elections in 2026, the fact is that organizing a communal violence, if as both sides allege, somebody organized this violence, does it mean that from April 2025 to March 2026, there will continue to be outbreaks of communal violence? Is that the way in which the politics of electoral democracy is going to play out?
This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News 9, English news as it should be.